Hey folks, welcome back. This is like the third video of the day. But before I get into anything that I want to say, two things. One, Susie, you asked to borrow a bowl, the biggest bowl that I've got. This is the biggest bowl that I've got. I do not know. Yep, 30 quart. 30 quart. That big enough? It's got to be 10 inches deep, about 2 feet across. It's got a flat bottom. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but that's the largest bowl that I've got. And I am going to need it back by the time produce starts coming off and canning. So you've got probably 2 months you can borrow it. All right, come get it if you think that's something that you want. I tried to send you a message. Either you're not getting it or I don't know, but I tried to contact you. So there's the first order of business. The second order of business is for Carrie, the bucket hat war, as you called it. You came back with a good one. I've got one too. The original bucket hat. Go, your turn. So, now that I got that over with, I'm all covered in bug dope, folks. The black flies really enjoyed getting in my eyes today, and didn't that irritate me? But on the positive note, I've got plenty of fly spray, right? So, I am right here where I do a lot of my filming in the wintertime. The duck pen is over to my right. I redid all their waterers today, washed out the buckets, gave them fresh water, little apple cider vinegar in each tub, filled up the two baby bird waterers. They hold 1 gallon of water each, so those have been washed out. Water put in there with apple cider vinegar. Their other buckets have been filled up. And that pool has been refilled again, right? So if you watched my other 2 videos this morning, they're quite short. Then you'll know where I'm going with this. I've got ducks and geese. That's all I've got left is ducks and geese. And even though they're waterfowl, until they get up to be juvenile size, they'll get big enough so they can jump up or crawl up onto a platform that has a water bucket in it, and I'll show a picture of it. And then they think they can get in there and swim in it or take a drink and fall in. And if the bucket is full, even half full, and their feet can't reach the bottom, and they can't get out, they're going to get tired and they're going to drown, right? So I don't use these at all when I have babies until they get a little older. I use, of course they're all full, but I use those plastic, or I use those rubber watering dishes. And mine were only like this. So I feel that's safer. I really feel that's safer. And I haven't had, in my watering system now that I have birds, babies coming off, I put those buckets up, the big buckets up. I replace them with the shorter buckets. And I have to put more of them out to maintain the same amount of water, right? I haven't had any birds drown. So if you've got babies It doesn't matter if they're waterfowl or not. Make sure the water isn't so deep that if they get in there, they can't reach the bottom. They're forced to swim. They get tired of swimming and then they sink. Or they get in there and go head first and then for some reason can't upright themselves and drown. So fair warning, okay? Make it so they can't get in there, just their head maybe. So, but waterfowl, if they're in a pen, need a place to bathe because they're waterfowl. They like water, so they at least need a kiddie pool. And again, if you're going to fill it up to the top or 3/4, if you have baby fowl, if you have baby waterfowl, and especially chickens or guinea, if they happen to get in there when they're babies, they don't swim, right? Not very well. They probably couldn't get out. But if you got a kiddie pool or somewhat similar to that, and you're going to have more than 2 or 3 inches of water in it, make a ramp for them to get up to the rim of the pool and a ramp that goes down into the water so they can at least swim to the inside ramp to get out, okay? We don't want baby birds dying. We just don't. So, I know a few videos ago I made a video about we humans seem to want to interfere with the natural order of things when it comes to, for example, a baby goose or a baby duck, right? And nature will take its course, and we're not going to stop nature. But when the baby can't fend for itself, if it's born with a handicap of some sort, and its natural instinct for the parents to really discard it, especially if this baby duckling or gosling is not perfect in their eyes, there's something wrong with it, they are going to try to help the other one that's handicapped. But their main responsibility and their instinct says, I've got some healthy ones over here, they're my priority, and that one just gets put on the back burner, then it just keeps getting forgotten about, right? So that's the natural order of things. Now, where I feel it's okay to intervene in nature is when it's perfectly healthy. It's got something going on with it. It's got something going on with it, whether it's mostly blind, mostly deaf, both, one or the other, but I think it's both. Or it's hit his head too many times, or that little poop of a last year's gosling. I've got a video of that, taking a gosling, I think it was last week's video, by the head and neck and giving it a toss, right, like it was trying to steal it. But no, it was being a bully. So whether it got in the way of a duck fight, if it got in the way of a goose fight, it got stepped on, it's got some damage up here, or maybe it developed when it was still in the egg. It just didn't develop quite right. But it's healthy, and the daddy goose really wants to pay attention to it, but he knows where his responsibility is, and that's toward the other healthy siblings, right? So that's where I feel it's okay to intervene. Now, do I think that gosling is going to make it? I don't know. If I let it out to run with the others, well, you saw what happens. It gets left behind, right? And it kind of wanders and it gets lost. And the only reason I know it's somewhere is because I can hear it peeping for all it's worth. And the parents are not going in the tall grass after it. They're not going in the woods after it. So I feel it's okay to intervene because it does appear physically healthy. Now, I work, and I have for years, I've worked with the disabled. I've worked with the physically disabled, the emotionally disabled, and the developmentally disabled. I have a heart for that population. I have a responsibility in my mind to help take care of that population because there's not a lot of people that have the patience to do that. So I'm kind of taking that Goslin under my wing, and as I talk about it, it's separated over there. It did just come back from the food. I guess all is good. So, Susie, 30-quart bowl, is that big enough? And Carrie, oops, and Carrie, the original bucket hat. Yeah, I'll be good.